Long Beach, California. Good evening, Nim. Lawrence, good evening. Foy from Florida. Good evening, Foy.
Fantastic.
Arnie from Albuquerque. Good evening, Arnie. And I'm guessing that's Albuquerque, New Mexico. I have Troy. He's reporting from Jamaica. So Troy is down in the sunshine.
Oh, Troy! Now I understand that email you sent me today. Now I didn't get it. I didn't get the tie. Now I understand that email you sent me today. Why you said that? Okay, gotcha, Troy. Enjoy your trip down there to Jamaica. Go on. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just I'm jealous. Anyway, Robert from Columbia, Maryland. Good evening, Robert. Shelley in Virginia. Good evening, Shelley. Janetta from Priest River, Idaho. Good evening, Janetta. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Cynthia from Maryland. Good evening, Cynthia. Dawn from San Diego. Good evening, Dawn. I have James in Virginia. Good evening. I mean, they just keep coming to the month.
Wow. Okay.
Francis,
we'll give it one more minute.
Okay, Francis from New York. I have Rick in Pennsylvania. Good evening, Rick. I have Charlie in Virginia. Good evening, Charlie. Bev from Florida. Very good. Let's see. Susan from Minnesota. Good evening, Susan. Karen from Texas. Good evening. I thought that was a city in Texas there for a moment. Tyrone from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Good evening, Tyrone. Linda from Ohio. Good evening, Linda. Cheryl from Alberta, and that would be Canada, I think. Okay. Good evening, Cheryl from Alberta. I have Clarence from Burlington, North Carolina. Good evening, Clarence. John from Long Island, New York. Are you about ready to get started, T. Lamont?
I am. I certainly am. Hey, could you do me a favor? There is, wait a minute. Hold on. I may have this. Troy, give me just a moment. Hey, Lawrence, would you do me a favor? There's someone down your way, and they want to connect. Lawrence, I'm going to put a private message there. One of our great leaders down there. He'd love to connect with you. All right, so I just gave you that information. Troy, I just gave that to Lawrence, so he should have that. Lawrence, if you check your private message. All right, good evening. Wow, what a wonderful audience. Fantastic audience. I'm going to talk very quickly as if you don't know anything, although some of you do, and then I'm going to pass it over to our very special guest. When we got started a few months ago, we were introduced to this gentleman because we want to build our enterprises on a very, very, very large scale. We want to dominate. We want our following, whether you're part of our specific team within the company or not, we want our following to absolutely dominate the landscape with our companies. And so I was introduced to this gentleman. Actually, I had seen his work years before and didn't know he was the same guy. I was very impressed with the work that I had seen. This gentleman came highly, highly, highly referred to me by Dr. Keith Lagos, who I have the utmost respect for. Dr. Keith Lagos has been a consultant for some of the top companies in the industry and has done a lot of consulting with companies in the revenue sharing model. So when Dr. Keith Lagos said, you want to talk to this guy, I listened, okay? Now, what he began to do with our team is start to set up a couple of different co-op ventures. The first one was a Google domination campaign, and that was all set to launch, and that had already launched, and then Google went back and made some changes, and he'll probably talk a little bit more about that and why this campaign could take its place or what have you. Again, I'm a student, so he'll get more to that. But one of the things that we've also done with him is he's got an internet TV channel that he's building out, and we've already done some cuts. Queen Twitter and I last month in January, we were down in a professional studio. Queen flew down or drove down. I don't know if you flew or drove or flew, but came down from where she's from all the way down to Florida to go to a professional studio. We sat down with NFL superstar, former NFL superstar Ricky Williams, also a former Heisman Trophy winner. And this is a celebrity spot the information that we shared on that shoot was generic. So if you are part of either one of our companies that we have positions in our building, you can use that very easily in either one of those, okay? Very, very easily. And then we'll be doing a couple of other spots with some celebrities, so on and so forth. So you have an opportunity to have some really good co-op things. And the other thing that we haven't cut it yet, is we've already paid for it, a commercial spot. Now we'll have to determine, the best way to do that. I don't know if it'll be for just one of the primary interests we have, or if we'll be able to do it where it's for both and have some type of rotator. That I'm not sure. But we also have a commercial spot. We're going to test that first, probably in the Orlando, Florida market. Once we're ready for that, if it works, then it's something that we can look to maybe co-op in other areas, other areas of the country. If it doesn't work, then at least it won't cost you any money. Okay? All right, so with that being said, this gentleman is here to help us really get our names out in a grand scale. I have been nothing but impressed with he and his whole team. With that being said, let me introduce to you, I always mess up that last name, so I'm just going to call him Bob. Hey, Bob, how you doing, buddy?
That's great. Really good, T. Lamont. And hello, Francis, my dear.
Hello, Bob.
Now, you forgot one thing, my friend. You have 2 more celebrity shoots you're coming to. Remember?
Well, I'll let you handle all of that,
2
man.
more shows.
Yeah.
when you do things, T. Lamont, it's always big and it's successful. So I can't wait to see you again.
Thank you,
folks,
buddy.
Thanks for taking a few moments of your time, folks. Really appreciate it. Just a little backgrounder. We've been around for a little over 10 years. Probably served almost 10,000 clients. Some big ones like Walmart and MasterCard, Major League Baseball, LifeLock, but half are in the home business field. And we've always focused specifically on internet marketing because, frankly, that's where everybody's going now to find out information, to learn about things, to join things. It's probably now close to 90% of all home business prospects are now searching online first to learn about programs. So you really have to be on the internet. We also began developing video systems about 5 years ago. We're the developer of the MiniWeb infomercial. If you've heard about that, that's us. So about a year ago, we started focusing on what I would call Google alternatives. Now, that's a very important thing to understand because Google's the 8,000-pound gorilla out there. But unfortunately, Google has decided, and for whatever reason, that they're going to make it rather tough for people who are in income opportunities to promote on Google. Specifically, they no longer allow replicating sites to be promoted on their pay-per-click, which is the search results on the right-hand side. So what does that all mean? It means it's a bad news, good news story. Bad news for companies that aren't figuring out solutions so that their replicating sites do get on search engines, including Google. That's bad news for them. Really, really good news for people like T. Lamont and Francis, because they're not just saying, oh, woe is us, we can't get on search engines and Google and everything else. What we're focusing is on the left-hand side of search results. And that's what we're focusing on there. We're also working with Bing and Yahoo. But let's kind of bore down into what we call our Google alternatives. Quickly, we started reverse engineering or figuring out what caused viral videos. Those are videos that suddenly start getting watched over and over again, passed one to the next, suddenly getting 10,000 views, then 20,000 views, then 50,000 views. And we began researching every little part of the process. And what we found out were extraordinary. Initially, we found that celebrities were involved in it. In many cases, the videos you hear about going viral, a celebrity is either in it or promoting it with their Twitter accounts, or if you hit the jackpot, both. So we started reaching out to various celebrity contacts we already had, including management, and we started identifying top celebrities, and literally we fly them down to our location here in the Tampa Bay area, and they shoot these really cool shows, kind of like Oprah Winfrey meets Celebrity Apprentice. And this is a situation where we don't have advertisers on their shows. The advertisers are in the show. They're with the celebrity and our host, Robin Kay. They're talking about their story with the celebrity. The celebrity knows all about the product or service and talks back and forth, urging their viewers and their followers to watch the show. The celebrities also, after we produce the shows and after we start airing them on our internet TV channel and our internet celebrity channel, begin using their massive Twitter accounts and driving their followers to watch the shows, and then getting their followers to get their followers to watch the shows. So it's a very, very interesting process. But in doing this reverse engineering, which simply means finding out what causes something, we made a huge discovery. Not a pretty good sized discovery, not a good discovery, a huge discovery. We found that there were networks of site owners that, in a best way to describe it is, in unison, they are now competing with Google. They are literally offering prime positions on their sites to allow people to promote using advertisements, whether they're animations or what's called flash video, or even video themselves. And these networks are now hundreds of thousands of sites in size and scope, and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And because of the size of these massive networks, and because of the buying power that we have, we're able to play, and this is what's amazing, we're able to place specific targeted ads and put them in front of people at costs or prices we have never even begun to dream about or touch. Not only that, because these networks are organized in very, how I describe this, sophisticated softwares, we're able to say, okay, we only want our ads to be shown on sites where they're mainly watched by women, mainly 35 to 55, mainly people who are specifically.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can target that specifically, that demographic.
Wow.
It gets better.
Oh.
That's the easy stuff.
Right.
Here's the really cool stuff. And I don't want to get too technical on everybody, but suffice it to say, when you're searching online, whether you know it or not, whether it's good or not, whether people like it or not, people are constantly tracking where you go. So if you're somebody who has been recently looking for home businesses and going to sites, these sites know. If you've been looking for travel opportunities, these sites know. So if I say I want home business, people who are 35 to 65, dominated by women in the United States, economic level north of $50,000, who are interested in seeking home business opportunities, particularly travel opportunities, that's the sites we can show these ads on now. And that is remarkable. The price that we had to pay even 2 years ago to get in front of 1,000 what are called viewers was $10, $15, even $20 per 1,000. With this co-op, we're able to do the same thing for $1.50 1,000 viewers. Let that sink in just for a couple seconds.
Whoa. Okay, the price used to be $10 to $15 per 1,000.
10 to 15 to upwards to 20, because the price or the cost would increase every time you added what's called another demographic factor in. So if I wanted to just promote to anybody who was, who was breathing, it would cost me $4 to $6.
Okay.
The minute I said, well, I want it just in the United States, the price jacks up to $7 to $10. Then if I said I want 35 years old to 55-year-old, price goes up again. The minute I say it, and forget about interest, I didn't have that 2 years ago. So now, with these networks, the way they're collaborating, I could do it for $1.50 for 1,000 viewers. Yeah, it's yeah.
$1.50 for 1,000 viewers.
$1.50. Now understand that as an internet marketing company, I have always wanted to set up co-ops that virtually anybody can afford. And prior to this, we would always have to be somewhere, at a higher level than with this for sure. So this was like a dream come true. Let me tell you that. It was a dream come true because now we can do incredible targeting. The heck with Google. I don't want to use their pay-per-click paying between $1 and $3 per visitor. I want to use this system where I know exactly who I'm in front of, where I can put not a text ad, but I can put a video ad, an animated video ad, a flash ad that talks to them, that shows them what we're doing, so I know I really have the right prospects. And here are the numbers they gave us. They said that they typically get what's called a conversion rate of 1 to 1.5%, meaning that number, 1 to 1.5% of the viewers seeing the ad would then go and visit the site. So when I ran all my numbers, I said, hey, that's all good, and if I get 1 to 1.5%, fantastic. But I cut it back and I said 0.5 or half of 1%. That's what I did all my calculations on. Because ultimately what I wanted to do here was for each member of the co-op, I wanted to get each member's ad in front of a minimum of 60,000 people each month. That's not for the whole co-op. That's for each person in the co-op. And I wanted to be able to do it for less than $100 per month. So that what would ultimately happen is if I had a 0.5% response, that would be 300 targeted prospects to the site. And if the site converted at one exclusive registrant who wants to talk to somebody for every 10 visitors, I would have 30 exclusive real-time hot leads who registered. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you have this type of targeting and you have 30 people to talk to, I don't know. Unless you don't call them, I can't see how you're not signing up 3 to 6 people, unless you're not calling them or you're trying to just send autoresponder letters. So that was the goal. And T. Lamont and Francis, I pounded on these guys and I pounded on these guys. You remember, T. Lamont, 2 weeks ago when I said I cannot believe the price I got, because I was thinking maybe I could get to $44 or $5, but I just kept on pounding and they kept on going lower, and I said, well, I'm just going to keep on pounding until they stop. So they finally screamed uncle about $1.50. And I think if I have X number of viewers a month, I think I can pound them down farther. So let me kind of summarize what I've been saying here. So right now, what we're able to do, and I can tell you right now, with both programs, with this type of promotion going out there, it's going to be just unbelievable. The team, the T. Lamont, Francis team, group, whatever you want to call it, is just going to be everywhere. So what we're doing is we are the ones building the ads. We're the ones that place the ads. When the ads go out and people click on the ads, we rotate them evenly between the people who are in the co-op. Each member of the co-op we are going to give a marketing site to with a full video that we've already produced that works for both programs. So have a whole back office, the whole works. All right? And the cost or price point to set up and get the first 60,000 views is only $195. And then thereafter, 60,000 views a month, it's only $95. We know that with this type of focus, this is unstoppable. And what we're also going to do, and everybody's got to put up your right hand and swear an oath. But you're not going to reveal the names that I'm about to give you. There are 2 celebrities that are coming in. You can't tell this to other people because we're going to do press release and whole works. But we have 2 celebrities, and they're going to have a direct impact on this co-op. The 2 celebrities are Heisman Trophy winning running back Eddie George, 10-year NFL. Yeah.
From the Ohio State University.
The Ohio State University,
played
and then
Tennessee
played
Titans, and then ended up his career with the Cowboys. He's on. Isn't he a commentator now on one of the sports shows?
Oh yeah, he's big time. Fox, the NFL Network. Tremendous program he's doing with Ohio State. He was an NFL veteran for 10 years, and my bet is he will get voted into the Hall of Fame.
But he's got a beautiful bald head, so we're pushing for the Hall of Fame.
You and him will look real good. And we don't just have him. He has a gorgeous wife named Taj George. Now you may remember her as Taj Johnson, who is in the group, the singing group SWV. Many #1 hits.
They were hot like in the 90s, I think, right? In the 90s and early 2000s, maybe? Yeah.
Well, and now they've gotten back together and are doing huge concerts right now and once again, put your hands up, everybody. I promise you're not going to say this because they're filming a reality show. She was one of the most popular Survivor stars ever. She was a celebrity survivor, and people just loved her. Unbelievable. So both of them are coming together. We're going to have them together in the studio talking with you. So we have a husband and wife team. It's just great stuff. The reason I'm mentioning this is because the first 50 people that get in this co-op, and we already have about 20 because we did some pre-sign-ups for people who are in the Google search and celebrity program. We already got about 20 in. They're all in this. They didn't even know that. This is the first time they're hearing it right now. They're all probably cheering right now.
Yes.
The first 50 that are in this, we are also going to do a celebrity spot for them, the first 50. And the minute we hit 50, we're going to do a drawing, and the person we pick out of the hat, we are going to fly, all expenses paid.
Oh, cool.
Down to the shoot, and they're going to stay at the Celebrity Hotel. It's a really cool VIP hotel that when people see these, they go, where do the celebrities stay? Well, you're going to be staying with the celebrities at the hotel, and you're going to be in the show.
All right.
So one of those 50, Francis, you probably win again. I don't know.
I'm just waiting. My name is out the hat.
We're going to pull it out of the hat, and we're going to fly in for the celebrity show for Taj and Eddie George.
Oh, my gosh, man. Is that what you were texting me about?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little jealous because I haven't even stayed at the hotel.
Oh, man.
I want to stay where the rich and famous stay.
Oh, it's nice. It's right on this little canal. It's these huge rooms.
Wow.
Overlook. Oh, it's really cool. We got turned on to this by the management of Melissa Gorga.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So,
No, Bob.
Okay, sorry.
First 50, is that 50 on top of the 20 or so, or is that another 30?
20's gone. 20's gone. Those are the people that I told them, hey, listen, I didn't even tell them about this. I was kind of holding this as a surprise. They all know now if they're on this call.
Yeah.
But it's 30 left, so it'll go really fast. I know that's a huge call right now. They just need to, Lamont, they just need to email me like instantly to get the order information. bob@intouchmarketing.us. It's exactly how it sounds. bob@intouchmarketing.us. JubiMax.us, not com. It's .us.
Guys, go on and do that now. Don't even wait. Go on and do that now.
You. I mean, I'm telling you, T. Lamont, I mean, with 50 people, that means we'll have 3 million people, 3 million a month exposed to these ads. A month.
Wow. Okay.
A month. And then I get to take my little pitchfork and see how much I can drop that price again. Because my ultimate goal would really be to get the number of exposures to 75,000 per position. I want to stress that. This is not 60,000 ad exposures for the whole group. It's for each person in the group. I've had people ask me that again and again. Are you sure you mean 60,000 for the whole CoOp? No, I said, no, it's 60,000 for each member. That is what blows us away with the pricing we're able to get, frankly. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So
60,000 per month targeted visitors to these ads. Micro-targeted.
It's as targeting like never. I mean, as I said, it's only because technology has made it possible. That's what's happening. Technology has made this possible. It's not, and frankly, necessity is the mother of invention. I will tell you right now, frankly, there are a lot, when I say a lot, I mean a lot of internet marketers who have a real bad taste in their mouth with Google right now. And there's a lot of home business people who are using replicating sites. So listen, what comes around goes around, and we all put our thinking caps on, and we figured out, okay, well, if you won't let us advertise on the right-hand side, we're going to get all over the left-hand side. And we're not just going to use you anymore. We're going to use tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of highly targeted sites.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, because somebody's asking, and I think you had a webinar with some folks who were part of the original Google campaign.
Yep.
For those that did with the Google campaign, is there any setup fee for them because they paid a setup fee?
None. Zero. For the original Google people, what I've done with them is I have waived the $100 setup fees so they're not paying $195. They're only paying $95, and that's just for the prospects. And they're using that. Remember, if you're in the Google search domination program, you have 3 options now. We've got everything worked out with Google. Everything's already set up now with Bing. But just between me, you guys, and Lamppost, it's not even a close call anymore. I mean, we have that as your option. We'll run the search campaigns. We started running them. Then as you recall, T. Lamont, I kind of described what's happening on this with you, and I think you took me by the throat and said, Bob, you must provide this for our search people. And I said, I said, okay. Just like on my throat. Fantastic. Up on me.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Unbelievable, isn't it? And I want to let everybody know, I've already gotten, I think, 25 emails already. I will call every single person who emails me tonight, every one. So just make sure you put your telephone number in your email so I have it, because I will call you personally to make sure you have any questions answered. But please make sure you include your telephone number, because I'm going to call you. So are there any questions coming up, T. Lamont?
Okay, give me just a moment. By the way, thank you, Lawrence, for that, my friend. Those of you who are part of one of our audiences, there was some discussions about credit card processing on a conference call last night. Lawrence is telling us that is up and running. So thank you, Lawrence, and that should make a lot of people very, very happy. Please include telephone number. Okay, all right, let's see what questions you have. Thanks, Lawrence. Appreciate that, buddy. Give me a moment. Attendee list. Queen, do you see questions? There we go. My questions box for some reason wasn't showing.
Oh.
All right, if you have questions for Bob, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on and put those questions in. Bear with me Ray, I've got to find out what your question is about when you're telling me to do that. So give me a moment and I'll find that, okay? Let's see here. Queen, is that Emmy that I hear back there?
It sure is. I told her it's too early.
She's ready for her walk already? Gotcha here. Let's see what questions we have. I'm getting a lot of this is awesome. This is fantastic. Okay. Troy already asked a question about the Google, and you've already answered that. Folks.
Yeah. And also one other thing, just as a sidebar, I've had a lot of people, because it's so low cost for the $95 a month, I will, if people buy 2 spots, I will also waive the CoOp, the setup cost. So if it's $195 for 1 spot, then $95 a month. If somebody wants to get 2 spots, I waive the setup cost. So if they want to get 2 spots,
you waive up the setup cost for both, or just waive the setup cost for one?
Both.
Meaning it would be $190 instead of $195.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Viola,
our goal here, my real goal here is if we hit 3 million people exposed every month to this, I mean, your team will be. It's just, it'll be giant. It'll be just giant.
Fantastic. Bear with me. Okay, fantastic. Let's see. I was what you have put up. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Ray. I've got you. Give me just a moment, Ray. Queen, are you saying? I'm seeing a lot of kudos. I'm not seeing a lot of questions. There was that question again that came from Viola, but I think that was answered. Viola says, I pay the $195. I still get it for the $95, or
that's
is it
right.
$95 or $99 a month? Yeah. So Viola,
95. Yep.
You get it for $95 a month, young lady. Okay. Now, those people who did that,
yep.
Do they still need to connect with you, or do you already have them in some type of list? What do they need to do if they've already done, if they were in the search domination or the celebrity program, I've already talked to them. We've already signed them up. You don't have to do anything else. You're done, unless you want to get an extra spot. But you're done. So, and all of those people, I want to reiterate it so it's clear as a bell. All the people that I've already signed up on this are going to be in the celebrity rotator for Eddie and Taj George. They are going to be in it, and they will be part of the drawing. So it's done, already done.
Got it.
Good stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Got a few questions here. Let me see here. Should I find this
out?
John, someone is saying they're not quite sure what's involved in the purchase. Let me repeat what I think I understand. You tell me. All right, so
go for it.
The $195 is a setup fee, and the first month of $95 a month. That's going to get me at least 60,000 viewers. Your
Correct.
team is putting together the ads, so I'm going to get 60,000 viewers. I'm going to have this is going to be rotated, so I'm going to have a site that somebody goes to a site. I'm assuming will it have some type of lead capture or something like that?
Check. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, it'll be incumbent upon me when I get the lead to do something with that lead. Call them, email them, what have you. So I can't say, hey, Bob, I got these leads. I got some leads, but nothing's happened. I'm sorry?
Yeah, they got to call them. And that's so important. You know, the Internet gets the people to the front door. Then you got to, don't be scared of calling people, because they know that you're just like them. They're not looking for Mr. Slick salesperson. They just want to talk to somebody who cares. They're not looking for somebody who's, going to bedazzle. It's another individual like themselves. So don't worry about calling them, So, yes, call them. They got to call the people. The only problem we've ever had in lead programs is when people don't call the leads.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so if you're not committed, ladies and gentlemen, to following up with the lead, or at least finding someone on your team who can follow up the lead, maybe you've got the resources, but you don't necessarily have the time, you can go on and get the system, and you've got John or Mary that you know are good follow-up folks, and so you guys partner in some sort of way. All right, but make sure you understand that you need to follow up when you're getting
Gotta
these leads.
follow up.
Okay,
Gotta
so John,
have a question.
You're getting this set up. You're getting the 60,000 month after month after month. Next question, Queen.
Someone is asking, will they get any help with the script, Bob?
Excuse me?
The script for talking to folks.
You know, I actually did a training session, a recorded training session last week for my folks that are in the Google search. It's actually quite good. I'm not a script person. I'm a script system. So I didn't want to step on your guys' toes because I know you guys are doing scripts and everything. I did a training class on the core elements of talking to leads. It's a whole training on how to talk to leads. What are the key things to talk about? And it's quite good. And I'm firing that out to all the search domination and celebrity guys this week. So we're going to be doing training. In fact, I'm going to continue extending the paid training that I normally do for free to all T. Lamont and Francis people. I'm just going to keep on. I'm probably going to do another one next week. I normally only do it each month, but I'm going to be rolling out this each week pretty much because I know you're all. This launch is incredible with one of the programs. The other program is rocking. So I just want to make sure everybody knows how to handle the leads. All right, that's where this is going to fall down. Okay.
Linda's asking, how long will the page, the advertising page, how long will that be up for people to see? So 60,000 folks are going to see it, but how long are they?
Very, very, very good question. The page is up as long as you're subscribing to the system. Each person has their page, so as long as you're subscribing to the system, you're in. So it's up constantly.
Now, what about the ads themselves? Linda, I don't know. I think that's your question. And then the next one, I think, if that didn't answer that question, then the next question should be an answer. Can you give an idea of the types of ads that people will be looking at? So, for instance, if someone is wanting to promote a specific company, will there be an ad for the specific company, or will it be generic? How will that look?
Well, actually, what we're focusing on, because this is apropos to both companies, the core, as I understand and have seen it, the core offers of both opportunities involve travel and online shopping. So we're going to be focusing on those two areas, and and we're going to be focusing on people who want to become distributors. We are going to be pressing financial and job independence. Job independence is truly what people are trying to get at. They want to be independent of their job. So that's really what we're going to be focusing our languaging. And T. Lamont, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be making a whole number of ads, different shapes and sizes. And we're like test mavens here. We like test.
Gotcha. Yep. Rick is asking, can you co-op the co-op? So maybe he's like one of those folks. He can do the co-op, the 60,000 members. Maybe he doesn't have the time to do the calling, or he wants to share some of the wealth with his folks. Is there a way for him to do that?
Well, he has his site, and in the back office of the site are going to be his leads. If he obviously has a good working relationship with those other people, he can always give them access in some type of way to access the leads. And he needs to distribute the leads. That's kind of the bottom line.
Okay. Now the rotator. So let's say if there's 50 people in the co-op, does that mean when someone sees a lead, that might be Linda's site, and then someone else sees another lead, that's Paul's site. But based on the numbers here, everyone should have at least 60,000 views a month.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Correct. Right on. All right.
Any help? Okay. Someone asked about help with the script. Viola, someone is asking, there's a couple of followings that we have. We've got one that just started in terms of a pre-registration, one that's been in the works for quite some time. Either or, because what's going to happen is, if I understand this correctly, the ad, because both opportunities have a travel component, have have a online shopping component, and both are income opportunities. So that's where you're going to really focus on the income opportunity side.
That's interesting. That's exactly right. We're not saying names. We're talking about the areas of opportunity, travel, and online shopping, which of course are the hallmarks of both programs.
Okay. So now when Viola gets the lead, if Viola, when she contacts that particular person, if she wants to send them to ABC, or she wants to send them to DEF, or ABC and DEF, that's all up to her.
That's exactly right. And in fact, T. Lamont, I addressed that in that training, because how you go about, your initial questions when you're talking to a lead will give you an understanding of which way you go. Because you could, somebody may point to one, no, this makes sense, or point to the other. It's the person is really the person who figures out which way to go on that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. How long, for those who are part of the co-op, how long will the co-op go on? Is this a 2-month deal, a 2-year deal?
Month.
What's the deal?
It's month to month, every month. Just goes and goes and goes. I mean, this is our whole initiative. This is where everything is going, for sure.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Clarify, Bob, on the ones who want to buy more than one spot. That $190 is month. You're doing it this month, next month. You're buying 2 spots.
That's correct. That's correct. But they don't have to pay the setup, which is $100. So it's not 2 times $195. It's $190. It probably goes. Why would it be less? But it's because 95 times 2.
Right. That's correct.
Okay. I'm doing a private message here, Queen, to someone. Cameron, you'll see this in just a few moments. So if you see another question, go on and ask that, okay, Queen?
T. Lamont, was this webinar recorded?
It is audio recorded. It wasn't video recorded. It's audio recorded. By the time we get it out, the spots are going to be gone, though. But we'll send out an audio recording.
Right now.
Yeah, we'll send it.
The spots for the 50 will be gone. But the beauty of this is the 50 who are getting the spots for the 50. The first 50 are also going to be in the Celebrity Rotator. After that, spots will simply not be in the Celebrity Rotator, but it'll still be great.
Right. Okay.
So stop first. So we can go beyond. It's just you're doing a special promotion for the next 30, really, because you already got 20 spots. So
That's exactly right.
Anyone. Okay. because essentially what you're doing is they're covering the cost with the monthly of the a penny, and it was I forget what it was.
The 60,000 plus thing. That's exactly right. We can make this as big, and this is why I was stressing that the networks we're working with are hundreds of thousands of sites. This is huge. This is really big.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How soon does how soon does the money need to be in for someone to grab a spot? Do they have the resources right away?
They pay tonight, and this whole thing lights up in 2 weeks. We go live 2 weeks. Live.
Wow.
All right.
I figure we didn't want to hit you this week because I know you have the pre-registration going on, and you don't want to bomb the site out too much. That wouldn't be good.
Okay, so for those of you who are saying, hey, I want to do it, but maybe I don't have those resources tonight, you still have Bob's email address. What it may mean is you may not be in that initial that initial 30, okay? Yeah. But you can still participate in the co-op, which I'm glad to hear because not everybody was going on this webinar. And then, of course, once this audio link starts to resonate with folks, my gosh, give me a moment.
Just the 50 spots are for the people who are going to be in the Celebrity Rotator and have a shot at getting picked to fly down to beautiful Tampa, Florida, stay in the VIP hotel, hang out with the stars, and be in the show.
All right.
Uncle Rue, do me a favor, buddy. Check your private message, sir.
Okay. Now, the lead capture pages, Bob.
Yes. Yes.
Only ones who have the lead capture pages are the ones who are in the Google Co-op, correct?
That's correct. That's correct. Now, if you're in this, you get a capture page with this.
You'll get a capture page. Now, the question is, can we use the capture page outside of the co-op?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Someone's asking, no. Okay, with the capture page, someone opts in. Where does that lead go, and is there any type of autoresponder that they need to have, or is that built into the capture page?
It goes into a back office system. We do not have an autoresponder system, frankly, not because we couldn't, but we're not huge fans of autoresponders. We think they tend to be, they actually tend to make people mad because people know when they're seeing an autoresponder letter, believe you me. That's my own personal opinion, so that the buck will get you a cup of coffee. But there is a back office where they can go and see their leads, and they can also set it up so they get an email notification of their leads too.
Can we just stretch vision for just a moment, and Queen, you get back to questions, guys? Can you imagine? All right, can you imagine $95 a month, 60,000 views, multiple networks, so you're not talking about any one network that's just being bombed, which, by the way, is not a bad thing, because the more people see it, it may take them several times to see that type of ad before they actually click on, and when they click on, it might be going to you, okay? So it's not a problem if they're seeing that ad a lot. But I want you to imagine the type of domination that you and your team, no matter what business it happens to be, or both, all right? I want you to imagine the type of exposure now that you have for very little outlay. Someone hit me today and they said, "Hey, I'm going to go and buy some leads for $100. Do you think I should do it?" And I said, "Well, come here first. Come here first. I'm a student like you. I know a little bit, but not all the details. Come here first." Ladies and gentlemen, what does it take if you just get one personally enrolled in one of those opportunities? If you just get one personally enrolled in a month or every couple of months, and they make a purchase, and you're committed, what could that mean? And so now imagine you are participating in the co-op. Now we know it's not just those extra 30. I thought it was just 30 spots. You can get your teammates participating in the co-op, and this is what we're talking about mass exposure and absolute, unadulterated domination.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, T. Lamont. We are going to dominate. No matter which business we're in, we're going to dominate. Did we say dominate? We're going to dominate.
You said dominate.
Hey. And you really hit the nail on the head, T. Lamont, because people go to the same sites all the time. Our conversion rates may be 0.5% in the first month, but then the second month, maybe they're 0.55, then the third month, 0.6, then the fourth month, 0.7, fifth month, 0.1, then it's at 1%. You see, because they keep on seeing the ads.
Right.
If we hit 1% conversion rate, that is 600 website viewers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the average cost for Google right now is $1 to $3. So for $95, we get a better targeted person. And if we're up to 600, I mean, that's why we're so excited.
Got you.
I'm excited.
Okay. You see any other questions there? I'm doing some private messages here, Queenie.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah.
You guys are not doing an autoresponder. Can it be exported to Aweber or another?
Yeah, they can. I mean, they can. Yeah, they can pull their leads and do whatever. Unfortunately, in this case, it would be a hand import, but that's what they can do. I mean, it's their leads. They have. Okay. So.
Someone is in Australia. How does this work for them? You did mention being able to target by certain regions. Would they be able to target?
Well, with this, we're targeting U.S. This is U.S. For no offense meant to the folks in Australia. It's just your super low-hanging fruit right now in the U.S. market. You have a huge base of people who are leaving the job market and are looking for job independence. You've had somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 million people leave the job market the last four years. 8 million.
8 million.
8 million.
So, Alan, what you might want to do, a couple things, all right? I know I'm meeting with someone tonight on Skype from Australia. They're like 15 hours ahead of me. I'm on the East Coast. So what you might want to do is connect with, and I don't know how large your team is or what have you. You may want to connect with someone who's on your team that may be in the U.S. that wants to split some of those leads, but preferably someone who's in your organization, so that you guys can get leads. They can start working the leads, and maybe one lead goes to you, one lead goes to them, so on and so forth, or however. But
can I give a suggestion?
Yeah, give Alan a suggestion.
Okay, because I had someone call me from Australia from a number in the United States. So you can get a U.S. number and call people, and it'd be a local call to you in different ways, inexpensive ways.
Okay. So Alan did.
Yeah, or those calls,
Gotcha.
Magic Jack or somebody, almost any of those things can give you a U.S. number and make it inexpensive for you to call.
Okay.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Now, when things go live in a couple of weeks, can you give us a sense again? Again, everybody's going to get like 60,000 views a month, so about 15,000
when it goes
a week.
When it goes live the first week, we're actually going to be accelerating the number to quickly get out the 60,000 probably within 7 to 14 days in the first week. We want to just hit things like a billy club.
Gotcha. So now let's go out a little bit further. When you're not doing that mass like that, you're doing the 60,000 in a month. It's about 15,000 a week.
It's spread over the month. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Give me those numbers again that I can put up. What the
let's
on the half of a percent.
Sure.
I think I had something up, but I don't think I have the right number. So give me those numbers again, if you would, please.
You got it. So 60,000 views at a 0.5% response, meaning the ad show half of 1% upon seeing the ad, click on the ad, which then takes them to your site. So we're saying a half of 1%.
300. You had it right.
You were saying, that's 300 hitting your site.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's correct. Exactly right.
Okay.
Exactly right.
All right. So now,
if you have 300 people that normally cost with Google between $300 to $900, you have 300 people. We're saying a normal capture page should convert out of every 10 visitors, one person filling out the lead form to talk to somebody. Filling out the lead form to talk to somebody.
30 people out of that.
Yep.
Okay, so
where I'm coming from, and that's exclusive, live.
So what we're talking about there, I forget who that was that asked that, Ann. All right, so if you were talking, maybe let's say a net of 30 targeted can talk to leads a month. You know what you just did there is even the person that says, well, I don't know if I have a whole lot of time to follow up with those leads. You're going in, you've got a lead or two a day here or there, pick up the phone. Connect with that lead or two a day. And ladies and gentlemen, remember with this model, you're one recruit away from an explosion. Queen, I had a gentleman that joined with me. I didn't know him from Adam. It was a brief phone conversation. I had no idea where it was going to go. He told me he didn't have a lot to make a large purchase. Little did I know this dude was going to roll up his sleeves and go and build a heck of a business. And in a 12-month time frame, he had about 1,000 points. He himself was generating cash in hand $50,000 a week.
Jeez. Wow.
All right.
Really is true, Lamont.
It was a heck of an override, and it was a phone call. It was one phone call. Phone call.
There are a lot of, I shouldn't say this, there's a lot of they're very successful folks like Francis and T. Lamont who are looking for new programs. Imagine calling up and having T. Lamont answer the phone. You just punched your lotto ticket. You have Francis pick up the phone. You punched your lotto ticket. Done. I've worked with Francis. She's unbelievable. You get one Francis in your group. You're done.
You just never know. You just never know. You're one recruit away. You're one recruit away.
Yeah.
And so, Bob, let me ask you a question. Are you doing this same deal with other groups?
Yes. It's not exclusive to just this group because I have hundreds of thousands of sites that I can shoot from. That's the difference in this. This is what I really want to get across. Before, when I was doing just Google, I only had so many keywords that I could play with that were home business related, about a couple hundred. So I was very limited in how many people I can take on.
Okay.
We have hundreds of thousands of sites. So if anybody goes, are there going to be enough people to look at? Just remember a couple statistics. There are 8 million people who left the job market in the last 4 years. There are literally millions of people searching for income opportunities every single month in the U.S. alone. Forget about Europe. Forget about everywhere else. Just the U.S. There are plenty of prospects out there. There's an ocean of prospects. More than enough ocean there for we just want to take our little 2 or 3 square mile piece of the ocean.
Gotcha. Bob, do you happen to have a sample of a type of ad that people would see?
Yeah, if people want to see samples, when I call them, I can send them a link to our portfolio. It's a little complicated to say on the phone, but I have a whole bunch of examples of our banners. Yes.
Okay. All right. So those who want to see those samples, and then let me ask you another question. Now, right now, I know we're focusing on the rep side, the distributor side, people coming and joining us in the business. With both of our followings, there are certain products or certain services where affiliates may want to also have customers. In time, could we do a co-op that's more specific? Like one may have like a skincare product.
Already had a bunch of people asking me of the first 20 that question, and we're going to do a product-based co-op right after you guys get a really good feeling of what product is moving the best. You know what I mean? We want to because we want to micro.
Goodness. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I know.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yes.
Say it with me. Say real customers. Say real customers.
Real customers. Real customers. Real product. Real customers.
Wow.
Can I just give you a quick idea? Just real quick. I know we don't have much time left, but let me just say this. This was part of our research. One of the shareholders in our company was using this platform, and he was just sending prospects to an Amazon store, cheap little website, Amazon store. For every $1 he put in advertising this way, he was making $7 back in commission from Amazon.
Wow.
And he was doing that micro-targeting. He would have jewelry ads focused on jewelry places. He would have skin cream focused on skin cream stores. I'm telling you. Yeah, exactly. He's making $3,600 a month on each little storefront.
Guys, I hope y'all just heard that. Because what I've heard is I can have my co-op position, $95 a month. That gets me 60,000 views in front of, let's say, my business or businesses.
Yep.
Then once we find out, okay, oh man, these are the products that really move.
Yep.
We can come over here and say, hey, now I want a position for customers.
Precisely.
Oh my, wow.
Precisely. But I didn't want to jump the head because I was looking at you guys giving me, some ideas on, okay, what products are moving. That's the beauty of your programs. This online shopping piece. You're going to know what is moving. Mm-hmm.
Someone says I'm falling in love. Well, Uncle Rue just said that I'm afraid to ask him who.
I just want you to think. I want you to think about that and then think about one of the reasons we're bringing both Eddie and Taj to the show. Because then I can have men's products and women's products.
Oh, what if you had some? Some vitality products?
I know.
Oh my gosh!
Oh Lord.
Queen,
I know.
I was on a conference call with manufacturing yesterday, and they were talking about the women's product, and he said, "Oh my gosh, they fly off the shelf." He said, "You won't get anybody doing a YouTube video on it."
Okay. No,
one thing I
want
want to tell you is, folks, I have about 50 emails and flying in already. I will call everybody. All I ask is, if you're ready to order, just have your card ready. When I call, I hate to say it, I usually like talking a little bit, but just be ready. If you need to talk a little bit or learn more, I have an order link I can send you to. But I want to be able to visit with you a little bit. So as soon as we get off here, I'm going to start calling. Make sure you're by your phone. It'll take me about 2 hours to call through all these numbers. Be ready on the phone. If it rings and nobody picks up, I'll send an order link, and I'll move on to the next person.
Joe, I know you just came on, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Right here, you're going to email bob@intouchmarketing.us. Real quick overview. $195 setup for those of you who are not already part of the Google advertising CoOp. This is essentially going to take the place of Google, which we would have been very limited in the numbers of folks. For those who participate here, $195 setup. Again, if you're a part of the Google, that 100 part of that is already waived. $95 a month. It's going to be ready to go in a couple of weeks. You're going to get 60,000 views, and he can send you a link so that you can get an idea of the banners and what people are going to be viewing. Now, then it's going to be on the rotator, all right? So everybody's going to get 60,000 views a month at just 0.5% conversion, meaning viewer to actually opting into your lead capture page.
Yeah, actually,
that would be
clicking on the ad. Clicking on the ad.
All right, 0.5% clicking on the ad.
And then they go to the site. They go to the site. At 0.5%, that gets 300 people to the site, and with what's called 10 visitors to every one registrant, that would be 30 leads registering. 30 people out of the 300 register. We're saying 10 out of every 10 visitors, one will register. That's key to understand. So you have 30 exclusive people, real time, that you need to call right away. 30. And as T. Lamont has so accurately said, it only takes one.
But you know what? Once we have this many people, because we're going to have at least 50, but I know that there's going to be more people, more than just the original 50, that's signing up for this, because this is so great. But once this goes live, and that many sites are in rotation, it's going to go up. That conversion rate is going to go up, because the more people see it, the more they're going to touch it.
And also, one other thing, Francis.
And T. Lamont, when it comes to the product, tell me, you better warn manufacturing before we get there, because it's going to.
Can you imagine the number of samples that'll fly off the shelf because of that?
That's exactly right.
And then those people who are saying, hey, I'm not good at recruiting, I'm not good at sponsoring, I'm not good at selling, now they're going to have a source to get, real authentic purchasing customers. And now imagine for either of the systems what that means in terms of real customers spending real money. From a regulatory standpoint, the regulators are going to love it. From a revenue sharing standpoint, that's more real revenue outside of affiliates or promoters making purchases that go into the company's coffers, which would then show up in your company's daily rewards. So, guys, this has been audio recorded. We will send this out to both of our lists first thing tomorrow. Get that out to your folks. That email address, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be listening to this on a recorded basis, all right, if you're going to be listening to this on a recorded basis, I want you to do us a favor. When you email Bob because you've heard enough. I'm talking to my recorded audience now. You've heard enough where you're saying, I'm in, I'm ready, I've got 195, I'm ready to go. We want to be respectful of Bob's time. So my tire kickers, we love you. You know we do, all right? But this isn't tire kicking time. This is what the live webinar was for. Bob, I'm sure very soon, maybe next week, we have you back again. Because I had no idea what this was going to be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
And I'll get more into the statistics on the product sales, because that's where this goes. If distributors have a solution to sell product, you know how easy it'll be how easy to be able to sign up a distributor. Now your people can say to somebody, number one, I've got a lead source for you, but
Bob,
number two, I've got a
Bob,
product.
you don't understand. We're giving away product.
You're giving it away?
We're giving it away for shipping. You don't get it, Bob. We're giving it away. All they have to do is pay for shipping.
Yeah, with the newest enterprise, Bob, with the newest enterprise, people can give away like a 30-day supply of skincare or a 30-day supply of weight loss.
Are you kidding me?
30-day supply of vitality products, man.
Oh, my God.
That's why we're excited,
Are you
Bob.
kidding?
No, Bob.
The conversion. Can you imagine
the
ad sitting there saying, click here now to get your free supply of blah, blah? You think the conversion rate will be higher than one?
Oh, my gosh.
Bob, yes. That's why I was saying what I was saying to T. Lamont. When we get ready for the product, he has to warn the manufacturer.
Oh, he better. I can't believe it.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that's big time. That's
awesome.
Really big time.
It's awesome.
That's like
Come on.
Really big time. That's big time. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I had no idea about that.
I know you didn't, Bob. That's why we had to let you know.
Oh,
so now you can
you gave me a bigger surprise. You made my little surprise of the two celebrities like nothing.
Hey, Bob, can I put you on the spot? Can we plan same bat time, same bat channel next Tuesday night at 7 p.m.?
Done deal. Done deal. And you know what I'll do? If you can give me any idea of what you think a couple of those products would be, what you think, don't have to say it. I'll see if I can whip together some of these advanced ads to show. How do you like them apples?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
we can tell you what they are.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
All right, yes, Bob.
All right.
We'll talk.
Can I say one other thing real quick?
Yes.
You know, you're up March 27th. You're in for the celebrity shoot, where we have one of the hottest, just say it real quick, we have one of the hottest housewives coming in, West Coast, 400,000 Twitter followers, and a major designer, women's designers coming in with her. The whole thing is about women and products and lotion.
Wow.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh,
when is that one?
God.
March what?
March 27th, dude.
Okay,
March
so
27th.
I need some ladies there. We can talk about some lady stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there.
Okay, guys. I got a lot of people emailing me now again. They're saying, hey, you got to call me, Bob. Go on.
Go on, Bob. You go on and do that. One last instruction for our folks. Bob, you go on, buddy. Thank you so much.
Free products, just shipping? That's it? Free.
Yeah.
Free. Only shipping. Only pay shipping, Bob.
Only shipping. That's it.
Only shipping. No auto ship, no nothing. Only shipping.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay,
Bob,
7 o'clock.
You're going to get to the phone calls, buddy.
You got
7 o'clock next Tuesday.
Okay,
all right, so next week, family, next week, we're going to do Tuesday, we're going to do 7 p.m. I only set this webinar up for one sitting, so we'll have to have another link. We will send out a link for both audiences, and we'll send it out in advance. so that your folks can come and they can hear the same information, okay? They can hear the same information, and again, looks like next week we'll be able to have a couple of sample giveaways for those of you who are in our newest enterprise, and we'll see if there's something in the other business that could also fit for those of you that are promoting that as well or promoting that exclusively, okay? So next Tuesday, 7 p.m., I hope you just got, Queen, I had no idea. I've been so tied up.
I got it.
No idea.
You know what? Because I've been doing this stuff anyway. 60,000. Come on, Tiedemann. Real customers,
Queen,
real
I had
people,
no idea.
real people who want to get out. Want some extra money, not a job.
Wow.
All right.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I just had no idea. So now we have an idea. We love each and every one of you. Some of you we're going to see in just a few moments in about 45 minutes. So some of you will see you in about 45 minutes. For all of you, no matter what you're promoting, tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow night. Now listen, I need y'all to do me a favor. Tomorrow's my wife's birthday. I'm committed to our folks to be on tomorrow night's webinar, okay? I really, Queen, if I had thought about it, I probably would have had a webinar tomorrow night, but we didn't have one last week, okay? So, I asked my wife's permission if we could, do a little something tomorrow and then do something more over the weekend.
I've already sent her a card.
Well, thank you. All right, so do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. Show up tomorrow. I mean, even if you can't be there the whole time, Queen, just log on to the webinars and put your name and your email, your name, and tell us who you are, where you're from, how many points or credits you have. So at least I think you're there. So I won't feel so bad that, I don't,
Yeah, I know.
You got me?
I got
yeah. See, if
but
I can come off and say, but babe, we had a record
email.
audience, babe, and that's gonna help. That's gonna help me make some more money, so I can do even more for you this weekend, babe. See,
Give the email address to the mom so everybody can send her a card.
Ah, here you go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, well wishes.
All right. There's my wife's. There's my wife's email address there.
Okay? Everybody send her a card.
Yeah, help me out, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. Help. You didn't forget my birthday, did you? I said, no, I didn't. No, boy, we got a lot going on. No. Help me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll help you.
All right.
We'll help you out, Tiedemann.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, my wife's name is Karen. All right. Thank you. Appreciate every single one of you. Love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. We'll see some of you in the next few minutes. Queen, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy.
It is. It's going to be wild. I'm going to love it. I was already loving it, Tiedemann.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.